Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel, this is Melus and today we have week 2 of a Feel of Vintage 2021 collab. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all okay. Today we have week 2 of a Feel of Vintage collaboration for 2021, which is hosted by the lovely Nelda from Nelda's Crafts. There's a whole host of YouTube collaborators taking part, so all those links will be in the description box below. Please do go over to their channels, like their videos, comment on their videos and subscribe to them as well. So the whole theme of the collab is to get you guys into vintage. This can be anything that is secondhand, for example, any vintage items that have been used before but they might be in little bits, for example, and you're giving them a new life, or you're actually taking new items that you can give that vintage feel to them. Hope you guys enjoyed today's project. I have made a lovely vintage folio. If you like this video, please give this video a like, comment and a subscribe. And yes, let's get into it. So let me introduce you to the papers that I've used to create the folio. So it'll be the same as I used in the first video that I created, which was 2 weeks ago. I'll leave the link in the description box below, where I made the canvas and the card set. So it's the same one that I'm actually using. This is the Tim Holtz Ideology. This is the Etc. paper pad. This is in an 8x8 size. It's really, really beautiful. Lots of light and dark colours with the mixture of the reds and the blues as well, which I absolutely love. So I've literally used quite a bit of the papers now. I love this collection. It's just really, really cool for those kind of vintage crafts. So, which is fab. I'm more of a contemporary crafter. I don't do a lot of vintage items or projects. So this has definitely brought me out of my comfort zone. So that is the papers that I've been using. I've also been using these, which is the ephemera pack. So the small one here is the snippets. So you have quite a few in there. And then I've also used the keepsake as well. That's the keepsakes one there, which has a lot of bigger ephemera. It's absolutely lovely. So I've used those 2 collections. I've also been using the Distress ink by Tim Holtz as well, by Ranger, which is in vintage photo. This is what it looks like, which is absolutely, it's a lovely brown, it's very dark brown colour. And I've been using the Ranger blending tool as well, just to do the edges. So now I'm going to show you, that's all the equipment that I've been using. So now I'm going to show you the folio. So this is the folio I've made. I used a tutorial from Rose Kelly Scrapbooking. I'll leave that link in the description box below. It's a really lovely and easy tutorial to follow. So I've made it out of this Cafe Creme cardstock that I recently got from Lime Tree Craft. They're based in the UK. So I just did a haul with them, and what I've done is I've basically layered the paper from the Etc. pad from Tim Holtz, and this is the outcome. So we have the main panel here with this lovely lady on the front, the front panel of this, and the inside here I've actually used from an Etsy digital scrapbooking journal set that I got online. So it has like a Paris and French theme, which I thought was really fab, and I really love, because I needed a focal point for the panel, for the straight panel here. Has this lovely lady. So what I've just done is I've just cut this picture out of a paper printout that I had of the journaling cards that I got. So they're like postcards, for example. So I just cut her out of there just to have a main focal point. And all this layering is done with the keepsakes or the snippets from Tim Holtz. So obviously love the main image here, and then the journal on the inside here, this postcard or this little note card, I also got from the Etsy store. Again, I'll leave the Etsy link to the items that I bought in the description box as well. So I'll just show you a tour of the outside. So this is the one. I wanted it to be kind of floral. There's not a lot of floral elements in the Tim Holtz paper pad, so I just kind of used what I thought would look like florals, or are obviously depicting florals. So this is the main one at the back with this these lovely flowers here. So you've got the white flowers with the yellow middles, then we've got the yellow flowers here with the brown middles, and that looks fab. Really, really love that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that this portfolio measures 7¼ by 5 3/4. I'll leave the measurements in the left hand corner if I've got them incorrect. But I really love how this has turned out, because with the 8x8 papers you won't be short on papers size wise, because they'll be 8x8. But I really love that. So I've used this one here on the back, which is absolutely fab. Really love that. And here I've just used some of the papers on the side. I chose to use some lighter papers rather than some of the dark ones. So absolutely love that. And I've tied in some of the colours. So there's a lot of red on this side, so I've chosen some red elements here on the front as well. And I've used that on the side here as well. It's absolutely fab. And then again, I've used some of the papers here. So what I've done is I've just cut down the ones here at the front. So for example, this is a one of the panels with a lot of floral on this side. So what I've done is, because I've had to chop it down to fit this panel here, I've used a piece of paper that actually matches the little elements here. So this is A, B, C, D, so the D's on this side here as well, so it carries on to E and F. So I just use that panel there to make so it looks like one complete sheet, which I think looks fab. And again, I really love the florals here. So what I've done is I've put 2 magnets here, and then I put 2 magnets here as well, so when you close it, it just automatically attaches itself like that. And then on the inside as well, I've made it so it's like this. Now this is literally the same tutorial that I've used. It's really good. What I've done is I've just put it down a little bit smaller, probably about 1/2 inch or 1 inch or so, only because the A4 size for a piece of card, for example, is a lot more shorter than the US version. So I think Rose's one's 11.5 by 8.5, but I think this is a lot more smaller. I think I used 8. I think it was 8 by 11, because again, the card is a lot more smaller. So here is the inside, so I'll just fold that over. So this has an accordion in it, so I'll just undo this for you. So again, I've just used the same papers from that same paper pad, and because they're double-sided as well, it looks really lovely. So you can obviously choose which side you want. I want them to be mostly like beiges and maybe like a little bit of pink or red in them. So there's a lot of red here, a little bit of red here, a little bit of pink here, little elements of pink and red as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be that colour palette, but I just thought if they matched each other, that would suit me fine. And then on the other side, it looks like this. So again, the back panel of this is attached to this flap here. And then again, you can put all your little photo mats in there. You can put text in there, for example, which I think looks fab. And that's how that turned out, which actually looks beautiful. Really love the feel of it. And then what I've done with the vintage photo distress ink is that I've taken the blender tool and I've just gone over every edge of the folio, so it looks like it gives that a vintage theme. So I've literally gone through every single corner and flap and page to add that vintage photo look, and it looks impressive. I really like how this has turned out. It looks really pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that is the accordion book here. So you can pick on, you can put all your photos in there or your text, for example, which I think is fab. And obviously you can use both sides. So there's one side and there is the other side of the accordion as well that has the 4 sections on there. Now what I've done is I've just taped, double-sided taped the ribbon here, so you can actually just tie it around. I've just done it in this very loose bow, but you can do it any way you want. I think using the ribbon's a lot more flexible and a lot more easier to tie and attach. So there we go, that's that. And then obviously it has the panel here from the papers as well. So I've just mixed and matched the papers, and they actually all suit with each other. which is actually fab, and I really, really like that. And then the middle panel here has this lovely waterfall. So I'm just going to lift that flap up. So this has a lovely waterfall effect. So you can actually put all your photos in there. Because this cardstock is quite heavy, it's 300 GSM, which is quite thick. I probably recommend between 250 and maybe 270 for some of these smaller elements like the waterfall and the accordion, because it comes out quite thick. But because this is the only available cardstock that I had, and it gave like a better effect, I was actually going to use craft card, but I found that it was just way too thin and it wasn't going to support the whole structure of the folio. So I decided to use 300 GSM throughout the whole folio. But I really like how it turned out. The Cafe Creme cardstock is absolutely beautiful. It's really, really lovely, very easy to blend with the papers and put the vintage ink on there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So again, what I've done is I've just cut down the papers here. Absolutely beautiful. So I've just used some of the vintage ink and I've just blended it into the corners and the pages. So I've done that for every single page in this waterfall. So you got this page here, this page here, this page here, this page here, and then this page here at the bottom. And then I've just put a piece of some of the papers from the collection, same one from Tim Holtz. I've just put that as the underlie there as well. And then I've done the magnet and the closure here. So the magnet is here where my thumb is, and then when you put everything down, just like that, because I love these papers, they're just so pretty, so beautiful. It actually attaches to the front there, which I think is really, really good, and it's a really added touch as well. And it's not crazy to make. I found that some folios are quite difficult to make because it involves too many folds or too many mats and layers, but this one's a really simple one that you can actually make at home, and it's a lot more easier as well. And I love that you can actually just put some text, you can put some photos, and that's absolutely lovely. Normally I put like maybe a piece of paper here, maybe just to decorate these sides, but I actually really like the fact that the vintage photo ink has just been blended on the side there, and they look absolutely beautiful. Really, really love the effect. So that's what I've done. That's what I've done to make that flap. And then on the inside here, I've just done the inside cover. So the magnets are here so that it meets up here on this side with the two magnets here. And I just had to add this little journal note here. It's absolutely fab. And the etc. theme pad doesn't really have like a set theme as such. So it's not like, it doesn't have any French elements, or it does have little bits of Paris elements, for example, because it just matches in with the whole collection. So they've just got basically random patterns, random designs, so it's not really a focal themed pad at all, so it just matches in with everything. So I love how that's turned out. Again, what I've done is I've just gone through and everything and just literally put the vintage ink all over the sides, the edges, the pages, just to give it that vintage feel. And I really love the effect that it's created here, which is absolutely beautiful. I really, really love that. I love how that's turned out. I love the ink around some of the elements on here, which are really, really fab. Just gives it that old look. And I really love how that's turned out. Again, I've done the top as well. I've tried to literally decorate every bit of space with the papers because they're just so beautiful, and I really love how that's turned out. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that project. So guys, that is my project for week 2 of the Ophelia Vintage collaboration. Again, I'll leave all the links for the collaborators in the description box below, so please do go and check out their videos. Please do like their videos. Please do subscribe to their channels as well. All the product links that I've used will be in the description box below, including the Etsy store that I got some of the journal cards from, and also the shop that I bought the Tim Holtz ideology papers and ephemera as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you like this video, please give this video a like, comment and subscribe. I've got social media in the description box below, so please do come and follow me. Hope you guys have a fab evening, and I'll see you guys in my next video.